Tacoma Comics here. My friends, I have not seen you in a long time, and I've been on vacation, so the window in here is not open, so I'm kind of sweaty. The light that's right above there, I don't want that to be in the picture because it's really distracting, but it's almost as distracting on top of my head, so we're going to go just like this. Been a busy 2 weeks. See, on, was it Monday of this week? Monday of this week, John from John's Comics with Kids paid a visit to Pacific Northwest. He's got some family that lives up in Gig Harbor, and he was nice enough to contact me and Joel the Geek. John and I met up. I picked him up. We went hunting. Then we went to see Spider-Man with Joel and have some wonderful Bavarian food at a place in Renton. Really nice. But along the way, might have picked up some comics. So let's see what we got. Took him down to Harley's Hobby Shop, which is the new one down. I don't think it's in Puyallup. Maybe it's in Graham. It's somewhere around where the two converge. But they have all modern back issues, 30% off. So we got Birds of Prey 10, Birds of Prey 11. It's really cool. I can't read the artist. Leonardo Romero, Birds of Prey 12. I'm trying to finish off this Kelly Thompson run. It's 25. Really nice one there. What do we got here? Oh, of course, because that was 21. Sorry. 22. Looks like a variant. Yeah, it's the C cover. 23. 24. And the C cover again by Greg Land. 25. And then, of course, because oh no, 26. And 27. So these were all 30% off on cover. If you go Tuesdays and Thursdays, I think they're an extra 20% off after the 30%. Like it's crazy. The guy's a really nice guy, newer shop, been open for about a year. Instead of putting in Harley's Hobby Shop, I thought it was Harley's Hideaway, so I typed Hideaway. Google Maps took us half an hour out of the way to the Hideaway pub and grill or something. I felt bad taking John around. Oh, I know all the shops in the area. Not quite. So, Birds of Prey filled that run out nicely at the top end. I think I've got most of them now. Then I got a few bigger books there that I thought were just great deals. So, these are probably all like 5.0s, right? $20 on Tales to Astonish 70. First solo Namor, which I thought was really cool. $7 on Tales to Astonish 77. Another $15 on 96. Continuing my Silver Age Thor run. This is a $20 book, issue 135. Really beautiful cover there. Love that. 137. And When Falls a Hero, 149. Not bad. Alright, next I took John up to my... took him to all the places. The only other place I think that I bought something from was my LCS. Happened to have a couple loose ones of these. And number 3 in pretty decent shape. There's like 1 or 2 ticks on that black cover for $20. That was kind of a no-brainer. I'd sold this series, really wanted to get it again. So there it is. Now, holy cow. I was down, first I was in Portland with my wife. I saw Ani DeFranco in concert. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Pioneer Courthouse Square outdoor venue in the middle of Portland. Just wonderful time. Hit a comic shop in Portland. Been there before, didn't love it, didn't want to traipse my wife all around Portland or like split it for too long. So I'm like, I'm good. You go shopping, I'll find something. After Portland, headed down to Bend, but the mountain pass was closed because of wildfire smoke, Route 26 over Mount Hood. So we went down I-5, stopped in Salem, looked up Salem comic shops, found 2 places, one called Omega Frog, more on that in a minute, and the other one was called, what was it called? I just grabbed the sticker. I got this really cool MF Doom sticker. Radar Toys. If you like I mean, this is a place that has pops and figures and um, books and everything pop culture related, but it had a great comic section, really great prices, and labels are wonderful. So I picked up a bunch of stuff there. Um, this is just from the Stephanie Hans run. Uh, some of her earlier work from Marvel, not earliest, but earlier. But this is from 2011, and it is a newsstand. So I already have a direct copy, but I got a newsstand now. I am super excited about that. And then I find very, very hard to find Lumberjanes variants. Like the B variants are good, but the ratio variants are really hard to find. Here's a 2015 STCC exclusive by Cassandra Heller on Lumberjanes 14. I'd never seen this one before. I am super happy. Just trying to get this light facing this way more. Super happy to have that. That is awesome. Absolutely awesome. And then there was the Beyond Bayleaf, which came out in, was it 2015? I thought it was later. This is a 1 in 20 by Eva Eskalinen, Virgin variant. Again, never seen this before, never heard of this artist before. So, 2 new books to add to the Lumberjanes box, or boxes. They're getting pretty big. Excited about that. Never seen this this Runaway cover before either, featuring Wolverine. Thought that was pretty awesome. And these were all like, that was $4 for that. $5 on the SDCC, $5 on the 1 in 20. And the prices were pretty darn good. Look at this, Lumberjanes 30. I don't know if I had this one, so I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and grab that. I know I've got like the Virgin variants for the first at least 20 issues, but I don't know how far I went. And then this next one, boom, blew my mind. Lumberjanes number 1, first print. Look at that price. Can you see that price? $4. $4 freaking dollars. I know, like, they don't think there's gonna be a show anymore and the books drop, but $4? $4. Alright, moving along. Commandi. One of the ones I was missing. This is in pretty good shape. $6, right? Yeah, he writes information. 1973. Jack Kirby. $6. I like it like that. Got Birds of Prey going in the other direction. This is issue 6. This is this a variant? Oh yeah, this is like so Zamaika. I didn't even realize that. That's awesome. Issue 7, and that is probably a ratio variant because it's got the number 6 where it lists the ratio number. This is probably 8. I think I already have this one, but I love Gail Simone, and this is the first appearance of Savant. I had at one point sold my Marvel ElfQuest because I had this ElfQuest story in a hardcover set, in a paperback set, in the original Stargazer, Donner Star, whatever. I've got this like in 9 different editions. But I'm like, you know what? For $2 a pop, I'll grab some of these. Wasn't sure if I had this one. This is the final issue of New Blood. So, really happy with this store. Really, really happy. Just love like the labels. If something was a facsimile, it said right on it, like awesome facsimile. They weren't like, oh, I hope somebody buys this thinking it's the original. Let's jack up the price. They were like, we want to tell you, we want to be upfront. Really love this store. I had just, as recently as a week ago, sold all my doubles of this, and now I have more doubles. But when you see the prices, you'll see why, and the condition. Some of these might be better than the ones I have. I might be replacing my like personal set. Look at that. The Quest Begins. ElfQuest issue 6, $2. Second printing. I think is covering it up, but the price tag on the book itself would tell you why it's the second print, whether it's the original price or not. ElfQuest number 7, $2. I sell these for like $5 a pop in good condition, like $10 a pop. I mean, God, $2. number 10 with Pedal Wing on the cover. Winnowill, Strongbow, Lord Vol, and Dewshine. $3. I think that's to Maine. $2. Lord Vol again. $2. The Mountain Trolls with Kavi and Tree Stump. $3. $3. Guys, it's insane. I've never seen those prices on ElfQuest books before. The original Warp Graphic stuff. Alright. Coming back today, we also decided not to go over the mountains so my wife wouldn't get queasy while I was driving on the crazy turns, because she gets queasy when I drive crazy, and so that's fair, right? Sorry, I just noticed some books that were slouching and curling. I'm going to flip them around so they slouch and curl the other direction. If you look behind me, you'll notice that I'm like 75% done with this room, but I'm not 100% done with this room. Anyway, went to this other store, and Omega Frog, guy was really nice, really kind, soft-spoken, had amazing books. He showed me like a Batman 20, had Silver Age, Golden Age, had like hundreds of books in the back. And I get the impression, thousands of books in the back. I get the impression this shop does a lot of high-end deals, buys lots of collections, and sells on Heritage and stuff. And they had boxes out, but the organization was so weird. Instead of like alphabetical or DC here, Marvel there, they had a thing of new arrivals. Alpha Flight number 1, newsstand for $75. What? A lot of stuff like that. So I didn't see stuff that was that great, and I certainly wasn't going to buy any of their big books. But they also had Marvel 2016 to present, and that was like one shelf. And then if you wanted 2006 to 2015, you had to go to another area. I've never seen books divided by like years, like 10-year chunks like that. It was weird. So anyway, let me show you what I found. Very small amount. Didn't want to spend a lot at that shop. X-Wing Rogue Squadron, issue 34. This was the third to last issue that I needed. This was issue 25. Was the second to last issue that I needed, and now I only need one more issue. Got some random runaways. I'm collecting this run at $3 a pop, so that did not break the bank. Then I went over to the kids section. Listen to Beauty Comics, my friends. He'll always tell you to check out the kids section because you never know what they have over there. And they had Star Wars Adventures. They had Rose and Page number 1. I've never seen this cover. I've got the other covers for the Forces of Destiny stuff. There's one with Leia. There's one with Rey. There's one with Hera. I'd never seen this one before. I think these are animation cell variants. Super stoked to find that at $10. And then this is not a $165 book. You look it up on Key Collector, it'll tell you $165. It's not. But it's not a $5 book. It had no price variant on. Boom, Barasafi. This is the C variant of Star Wars Adventures, issue 20, I believe. Yep, 20. Very hard book to find. I have a copy, but I wasn't. This might actually be better than the copy I have. I wasn't going to pass it up for $5. All right. Final thing that came in, I got home. There was my favorite thing, comics in the mail. Here we go with comics in the mail. Not a lot. I bought some stuff from Cali Comics last week on the Astonishing Comics auction. First thing I got, Murder King, the Ashcan preview of the comic that John from Cali Comics and Bleecker from Bleecker Street Comics and Art. I'm going to open it up so I don't screw up the names. Sorry. Third guy who's always on Comic Book Church with Bleecker. There it is. Rad Art and Comics. I was going to say Art, Rad, and Comics. Adrian Pratt, Aaron Greenfield, John McCandless, and Jason Benares, Bleecker Street, Cali Comics, Actual Dracula, who I don't know, and Radin Art and Comics. Signed and numbered. I don't know if you can see that down there. Cali Comics, 42 out of 50. Murder King. I'll read that and give you all a little synopsis at some point. But that was very cool. And then finally, the two books that I bought from Cali Comics. Like a lower grade, but it was super cheap. First appearance of Patsy Walker as Hellcat on Avengers 144. And first Umbrella Academy. Umbrella Academy free comic book day book. So there you go. A little summertime fun. Trips all around Pacific Northwest, hanging out with friends. Shout out to John's Comic with Kids, and shout out to Joel the Geek. And shout out to everybody who made it through 15 minutes of a video with Tacoma Comics. I'll talk to you all soon. Take care.